Rows of black graduation caps fill the Southern New Hampshire University auditorium. I scan the faces of proud families clutching bouquets. Balloons bob against the ceiling. Phones are raised high to capture every precious moment. 3 empty seats mock me from the 4th row. Reserved but abandoned. My phone vibrates. The group text from Mom glows on the screen. Sorry, honey. You know how Uncle Mike gets about Super Bowl Sunday. He's been hosting for 20 years. We'll celebrate next weekend. XO. I click the screen dark. My fingers are trembling. 6 years of night classes flash through my mind. Double shifts at the insurance company. Dinner from vending machines. Every invitation declined because I had to study. Every holiday worked so someone else could be with their family. The reliable Toyota I sold to pay for my final semester. The health insurance I canceled to cover textbooks. Lauren Elizabeth Summers. My row stands. The dean's voice echoes through the sound system as I walk toward the stage. My practical heels click against the hardwood. The only pair I own, bought at Goodwill for job interviews. The weight of my graduation gown feels heavier with each step. Bachelor of Business Administration, summa cum laude. The dean's smile is warm as she hands me my diploma. I force my lips to curve upward, but my eyes keep drifting to those empty seats. This piece of paper represents thousands of hours of sacrifice. Endless nights hunched over textbooks while my family hosted neighborhood parties downstairs. Telling me to study in my room because you're the one who wanted this degree so badly. My phone buzzes again as I return to my seat. This time it's Dad. We'll catch the next one. The next one. Like I'm going to spend another 6 years earning another degree just so they can skip that graduation too. Just like they skipped my community college graduation 3 years ago. Car trouble, they said. But Facebook showed them at my brother Jack's Super Bowl party. Mom proudly displaying her 7-layer dip. Dad wearing his lucky jersey. The same brother who borrowed $3,000 for rent last year. I found out through his Instagram story. Him waving Super Bowl tickets with the caption, "Sometimes you gotta treat yourself." The dean's closing remarks fade into background noise. All I can hear is the echo of conversations that should have warned me. Lauren, honey, you're so good with money. Your father just needs a little help with the mortgage. Come on, sis. What's family for if we can't help each other out? You're not using your savings for anything important right now anyway. The ceremony ends. Families flood the aisles, wrapping graduates in tearful embraces. I stand alone in my wrinkled gown. The February wind whips through the open doors of the auditorium. My diploma case feels like ice in my hands. I dial Mom's number, stepping into the cold parking lot. My eyes blur as I listen to the ring. I watch happy families stream past with armfuls of flowers. Oh, Lauren, how was it, sweetie? Mom's voice carries that artificial brightness she uses when she knows she's done something wrong. In the background, I hear the clinking of dishes. The rumble of crowd noise. The sports announcer's voice calling the pregame show. How was it? My voice cracks. How is walking across that stage knowing nobody who claims to love me bothered to show up? Now, honey, you know it's tradition. Uncle Mike's been hosting for 20 years. I spent 6 years earning this degree, Mom. 6 years. Don't be so dramatic. The sympathy in her voice vanishes. It's just a piece of paper. You can show it to us next weekend. Dad's voice carries through the phone. Tell her we'll catch the next one. The next one. Like this moment could ever be recreated. Like 6 years of my life meant nothing more than a minor scheduling conflict. I stand in the February cold, tears freezing on my cheeks. Finally seeing the truth I've been avoiding. They never saw me. They only saw what I could do for them. The reliable daughter. The human ATM. The one who would sacrifice everything to keep them happy while they gave nothing in return. My fingers move across the phone screen. I pull up the airline app I downloaded months ago, but never had the courage to use. A one-way ticket to Colorado appears. The Vail Mountain Lodge spa package I've dreamed about but always dismissed as selfish. One click. My first truly selfish act in years. The confirmation email arrives as I walk to my car. Diploma clutched against my chest like a shield. Behind me, the last families exit the auditorium. Their laughter and celebration fade into the winter air. What would you have done if your family missed the biggest day of your life? This story is about to take an unbelievable turn. Please let us know in the comments what you would do in this situation. 1 week later, I'm at the Vail Mountain Lodge. Hot stones trace a path along my spine. Each point of warmth melts 6 years of tension. My first real massage. A gift to myself that would have bought 3 textbooks last semester. My phone vibrates against the wooden table beside me. Again, the 13th time in 2 hours. Would you like me to put that in airplane mode for you? The masseuse's voice floats through lavender-scented air. Her hands never stop their gentle pressure. No, the word catches in my throat. I need to know. Need to know what fresh disaster my family creates while I hide in this mountain sanctuary. Need to see how they spin my disappearance. Need proof I made the right choice. The stones shift to my shoulders. My phone buzzes again. Tara's text breaks through the barrage of family messages. My college roommate and current colleague at the insurance company. 2 years my senior. She was the first person to point out my family's abnormal pattern of financial demands. Check Facebook when you can. You need to see this. The massage ends too soon. I wrap myself in the plush robe provided by Vail Mountain Lodge. My hands shake as I unlock my phone. 3 voicemails, 14 texts, 1 email with the subject line, "Your mother is crying." I start with Mom's voicemail. "Lauren, honey, I hate to ask, but we're a little short this month. Just need $500 for groceries. You know how prices are these days. Oh, and I ran into Mrs. Chen, your neighbor. I explained to her how busy you've been, how you can't really attend to us anymore. She felt sorry for me. My spine freezes. I can imagine what Mom told the neighbors. Dad's message follows. Princess, remember that loan I mentioned? The bank needs a cosigner. Nothing to worry about, just a formality. By the way, I called your company. Didn't know you were the type of kid to abandon family. The HR person felt bad for us. Call me back. He called my workplace. My hands tremble. Jack's voice drips with familiar manipulation. Sis, you'll never believe what happened. Lost my wallet at Uncle Mike's. Need to borrow some cash until payday. Don't tell Mom and Dad, okay? Oh yeah, I used your credit card. It was an emergency. Had to go to Vegas for a friend's wedding. Couldn't miss it. I'll pay you back right away. Vegas. A friend's wedding. I know his lies. It's gambling. With my money. My finger hovers over Tara's message. The robe suddenly feels too warm, too confining. I open Facebook. The first post punches the air from my lungs. Mom's perfect 7-layer dip arranged on Uncle Mike's coffee table. Another successful Super Bowl spread. 20 years of tradition. The timestamp matches my graduation ceremony exactly. Jack's post follows. Put $5K on the Chiefs. Who's with me? Posted 1 hour after texting me about his lost wallet. Comments flood the photos. Relatives praising Mom's cooking. Friends congratulating Jack on his bed. Dad sharing links to next year's Super Bowl packages. Not one mention of my graduation. Tara's message blinks. There's more. Check your credit report. The spa's Wi-Fi crawls as I log into Credit Karma. Unauthorized inquiries litter my report like cigarette burns. Chase, American Express, 3 different store cards. All applied for last month. The latest alert freezes my blood. Casino Royal Las Vegas, 2850 transaction. Yesterday's date. My Amex card. I begin organizing evidence systematically. Screenshots, credit alerts, bank transaction records. I document each file with dates and details, building the timeline a lawyer will need. I scribble in my notepad. February 15th. Graduation day. Super Bowl prioritized. February 16th to 22 ND. During spa stay. Continuous money demands groceries, rent, fake medical emergency. February 23rd. Unauthorized credit card applications begin. March 1st. Jack's Vegas gambling. 2850. March 2nd. Mom spreads defamatory information to neighbors and workplace. March 3rd. Dad applies for loans using my social security number. They're not just being careless anymore. This is systematic financial predation. My phone rings. Mom's number. Have you thought about that grocery money, honey? Times are tight. The stones from my massage sit in a heated basket nearby. I imagine hurling them through the window, watching the perfect Colorado snow shatter like my illusions. Lauren, are you there? Times aren't tight enough to skip betting on the Super Bowl, are they? Silence crackles through the connection. Then, Jack shouldn't have posted that. He's just excited. Stop. My voice sounds foreign, stretched tight across fury and grief. I saw the pictures, Mom. While I walked across that stage alone, you were arranging dip on Uncle Mike's coffee table. Now, Lauren, family helps family. That's what we do. Family helps family? The laugh tears my throat. Is that why there are credit inquiries I never authorized on my report? Longer silence this time. In the background, Dad's voice rises. Is that Lauren? Tell her about the loan. Don't you dare. The words slice through Mom's excuses. Don't you dare ask me for one more thing. My finger finds the block button as Dad's voice escalates. The screen goes dark. Relief floods my system, immediately chased by crushing guilt. Good daughters don't block their parents. Good daughters don't run away to luxury spas while their families need help. My phone lights up with Tara's call. I talk to my cousin Sarah. She's a lawyer, specializes in identity theft. She says you need to file a police report immediately. I can't do that to them. The words come automatically. Programming too deep to override. They're family. Honey, family doesn't steal your identity. Family doesn't miss your graduation for a football game. Family doesn't. A knock interrupts. The spa concierge stands in my doorway. Concern etched across her features. Miss Summers, we've upgraded you to our Mountain View suite. No charge. I didn't ask for. You're not the first person I've seen make these calls. She steps inside, closing the door softly. My mother emptied my accounts the day I graduated college. Said I owed her for raising me. The tears finally break free. She hands me a tissue, then another. The suite has a better security system, she adds quietly, and a private entrance. My phone vibrates. Another credit alert. They opened a Macy's card in my name yesterday. I pick up my phone, hand steady now. Sarah, give me Sarah's number. And the name of a good accountant. The mountain snow falls outside my window. Each flake a promise of fresh starts. Of boundaries sharp as February frost. Of a life where love doesn't require sacrifice. A life where I'm finally free. My phone buzzes one last time before I block Jack's number. His message glows like a warning. You're selfish if you won't help Dad out after everything they've done for you. Everything they've done for me. Like missing my graduation to watch football. Like stealing my identity while I earned my degree. Like teaching me that love means giving until you break. I text Tara back. I'm ready. Call Sarah. When does family loyalty become self-destruction? I already know my answer. I carefully plan my counterattack. Sarah, Tara's cousin, taught me the golden rule of financial abuse documentation. Document everything. Build a timeline. Prove the pattern. My strategy, Phase 1. Complete evidence collection, 1 week. Download all bank transaction records from the past 6 years. Create detailed list of fund transfers disguised as loans. Build comparison chart of their emergencies versus actual spending. Back up all voice messages and texts. Phase 2. Legal document preparation, 2 weeks. Create detailed identity theft victim report. Prepare restraining order application documents. Start credit monitoring services. Report fraud to credit agencies. Phase 3. Strategic counterattack. Execution date to be determined. Formal complaint to law enforcement. Civil lawsuit preparation. Factual explanation to workplace and neighbors to counter defamation. Media response preparation if they continue public defamation. Phase 4. New life construction. Parallel execution. Serious job hunting activity in Portland. Continue therapy and join support groups. Complete establishment of financial independence. Build new relationships. 1 month later, my apartment's dining table has become a war room. 6 years of bank statements, hundreds of printed emails, credit reports, voice message transcriptions. Everything organized in color-coded files, arranged in chronological order. Lawyer Sarah examines the evidence. This is textbook systematic financial abuse. The pattern is crystal clear. I show her my latest discovery. A mass email mom sent to neighbor Mrs. Chen, the Rodriguez couple, and 3 of my coworkers. Subject line: worried about my daughter Lauren. Lauren has been completely ignoring her family for the past few months. We haven't done anything wrong, but she suddenly cut us off. She seems so caught up in her new life that she's forgotten about the family who raised her. If you get a chance to talk to her, please tell her how worried we are. Love, her concerned mother. Clever, Sarah says. Playing victim while attacking your character. Classic technique of planting prejudice in potential witnesses. I pull out evidence of Dad's workplace defamation from my file. A recording forwarded by my former HR director. Dad's voice: I'm calling about my daughter Lauren. She's been really cold toward family lately. Won't even visit when we're sick. I think maybe it's work stress or something making her mentally unstable. If you notice anything off about her behavior, could you let me know? Perfect evidence, Sarah says with satisfaction. They claim they're victims, but they're actually systematically attacking your social and professional reputation. The final decisive evidence. Detailed analysis of Jack's credit card usage history. Casino Royal Las Vegas, $28.50. Sports betting online, $1,200. High-end strip club, $890. Expensive restaurant for 4 people, $650. Designer brand shopping, $1,100. Total, $66.90. All on my credit, used within 48 hours. This is enough. Sarah stands up. Tomorrow morning, we file a police report. We'll also apply for an emergency restraining order. I pick up the last file, labeled Counterattack Plan Phase 4. They attacked my reputation, I say. Now it's time to fight back with the truth. I open my laptop. Drafts for LinkedIn, Facebook, and local newspaper posts appear on screen. Title: Breaking Free from Financial Abuse. An open letter from daughter to mother. Perfect timing, Sarah says. While we handle legal procedures, you have every right to tell your own story. 3 years later. It's the Portland State University Evening MBA program. Friday night, 9:15 p.m. The last class ends. While my classmates rush home to families, I remain alone in the library. I've been working at Western Insurance Oregon as a regular employee for 2 years now. Steadily building results, but still not in management. The weight of Dad's workplace sabotage still lingers. Promotion discussions never seem to materialize. Supervisor Summers, great work tonight. I turn around. It's Michael Brown, hired the same time as me. Last year, he got promoted to department manager in a division that started after mine. Despite my department's 120% growth, your work is raising the whole company's performance, he says. But I heard upper management is worried about your family issues. Something about stability concerns. My blood runs cold. Family issues? Apparently your dad called HR. Said you abandoned your family and you're mentally unstable. The impact on giving you important positions. Michael's words fade into distance. Dad's sabotage campaign from 2 years ago is still following me. The restraining order. The court victory. I thought it was all over. I go home and call Tara. It's starting again, I say. Now they're trying to block my promotion. Enough, Lauren. Time to fight back. The next week, I demand a meeting with HR Director Carol Jackson. I bring all legal documents, restraining orders, police records. These are the facts. I place the file on her desk. My family consists of systematic financial criminals. Their testimony was ruled perjury in court. If you still believe their words and impede my promotion, this company faces litigation risk for discriminatory employment practices. Carol's face pales. Lauren, I've bled for this company for 3 years. Sales records, customer satisfaction, team motivation. All top tier. I won't let baseless slander destroy that. I stand up and play my final card. Next month, the regional business magazine is featuring my story. Female leader who overcame family financial abuse. The business community will be watching how this company treats such women. 2 weeks later, I receive official notice of promotion to supervisor. 18 months after graduation. Portland Chamber of Commerce seminar venue. 200 regional business leaders listen to my testimony about economic independence from family. Not yet TED Talk level, but a big step for me. I've been working at Western Insurance Oregon as a regular employee for 1 year now. Steadily achieving results, but not yet in management position. I smooth my emerald blazer, hands trembling. Security guard John Martinez touches my elbow at the venue entrance. Miss Summers, your family is in the lobby. The words hit like ice water. I grip my presentation notes tighter. There's a restraining order, I say. They shouldn't be able to get through the doors. But they do. Dad bursts through just as I reach the podium. His suit hangs loose on his gaunt frame. The look of a man whose gambling debts have surfaced, who's lost his house. Jack trails behind, phone raised to record whatever scene they plan to create. Mom clutches her chest, wobbling in practiced distress. That's our daughter. Dad's voice booms across the 200-person audience. She abandoned us. I grip the podium. My hand is steady. 18 months of therapy, court victory, foundation of new life. I'm not that scared girl anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I say into the microphone, you're witnessing a perfect example of why I advocate for economic boundaries. Security removes them. The audience falls silent. Sometimes the people you love become your greatest financial threat. Recognizing this and setting appropriate boundaries is the first step toward true independence. When the presentation ends, several local attorneys approach with business cards. Have you considered writing a book about your experience? I pocket the cards. Not yet. But someday. Court proceedings move swiftly. Judge Wilson examines the mountain of evidence spread across his bench. 6 years of financial documentation. Bank statements, credit reports, forged signatures. Identity theft. He taps the credit report showing cards opened in my name. Unauthorized loans. Financial coercion. Each term lands like a hammer, nailing down the coffin of my family's manipulation. The restraining order becomes permanent. Dad and Jack's charges multiply as evidence mounts. As we exit the courthouse, Uncle Mike appears. The Super Bowl party host himself. His face is granite as he confronts my mother. 20 years of hosting, he says. And you used my parties to cover up stealing from your own daughter. You lied to the whole neighborhood about it too. Mom's face drains of color. Mrs. O'Connor called me, Uncle Mike continues. You told her Lauren was a drug addict, that she stole family money and refused treatment. All lies, wasn't it? Mike, that was. Shut up. His voice echoes through the courthouse hallway. I also know Jack was stealing from my construction company. Your son was dipping into my employees' pension fund. 20 families as retirement money. Mom leans against the wall. The family's done with you, Pat. All of us. The whole extended family is sick of you. No more Thanksgiving. No more Christmas. Don't come around. Lauren was right. We were blind. Uncle Mike walks away. Mom sits on the floor, crying real tears for once. But I feel nothing anymore. Is it really all over? I ask Tara. No, she takes my arm. This is where it begins. Outside, Portland rain washes the courthouse steps. My phone buzzes with notification after notification. Uncle Mike, proud of you, kiddo. Wish I'd known sooner. My workplace supervisor. Heard everything. I admire your courage. Let's talk promotion next week. Mrs. Chen, the whole neighborhood is on your side. We never believed your mother's stories. And the decisive message. From Western Insurance Portland. Following your interview, we formally offer you the supervisor position. Salary is 1.8 times your current rate, signing bonus $15,000. Your courageous actions have been recognized. Tara peeks at the screen. You did it. We embrace and cry in the rain. Tears of liberation, hope, and for the first time in my life, the feeling of being surrounded by real family. What will happen to Dad and them? I ask. Your father will file for bankruptcy, Sarah says. Gambling debts over $1 million. The house will be foreclosed. Jack will likely get 5 years for embezzlement. Your mother. She pauses. What? She might be prosecuted as an accomplice. There's evidence she helped with the identity theft. I take a deep breath. They brought it on themselves. No guilt in those words. Just quiet satisfaction at the end of a long journey. 3 years after graduation. Portland State University Evening MBA Program. Friday night, 9:15 p.m. Last class ends. While classmates rush home to waiting families, I stay alone in the library. I've been a supervisor for 2 years now. Leading 15 subordinates, department sales up 120%. But promotion talk never comes up. Supervisor Summers, excellent work tonight. I turn around. Michael Brown, hired at the same time as me. Last year, he got promoted to department manager in a division that started after mine. Your department is driving company-wide performance, he says. But I heard upper management worries about your family issues. Questions about stability, apparently. My blood reverses flow. Family issues? HR got a call from your father. Said you abandoned your family and are mentally unstable. The impact on trusting you with important positions. Michael's words grow distant. Dad's sabotage campaign from 2 years ago still has reach. Restraining order. Court victory. I thought everything was finished. I go home and call Tara. It's happening again, I say. Now they're trying to block my promotion. Enough, Lauren. Let's fight. Next week, I demand a meeting with HR Director Carol Jackson. I bring all legal documents, restraining orders, police records. These are the facts. I place the file on her desk. My family are systematic financial criminals. Their testimony was ruled perjury in court. If you still believe their words and block my promotion, this company faces lawsuit risk for discriminatory employment practices. Carol's face turns white. Lauren, we were just. I've bled for this company for 3 years. Sales records, customer satisfaction, subordinate motivation. All top class. I won't let unfounded slander ruin that. I stand up and reveal my final card. Next month, Regional Business Magazine publishes my feature story. Female leader who overcame family financial abuse. How this company treats such women will be closely watched. 2 weeks later, official notice of department manager promotion arrives. 18 months after graduation, the courtroom showdown arrives. The judge will see you now, my lawyer announces. Inside the courtroom, justice arrives in black and white. The restraining order becomes permanent. Dad and Jack's charges multiply as evidence mounts. Judge Wilson's gavel echoes like freedom. As we exit, Uncle Mike appears. The Super Bowl party host himself, His face is granite as he faces my mother. 20 years of hosting, he says. And you used my parties to cover up stealing from your own daughter. You spread lies about her all over the neighborhood. Mom's mask cracks. Mrs. O'Connor called me. Uncle Mike continues. You told her Lauren was on drugs, that she stole family money and refused treatment. All lies, right? Mike, that was. Shut up. I also know Jack was stealing from my construction company. Your son was taking money from my employees' pension fund. 20 families' retirement savings. Mom slumps against the wall. The family's done with you, Pat. All of us. The whole extended family is disgusted. No more holidays. No more visits. Lauren was right. We were blind. Uncle Mike leaves. Mom collapses on a bench, her performance finally reaching its finale. Lauren, please, she whispers. They didn't mean it. We can still be a family. I study her face. The familiar lines, the manipulation behind her tears. For the first time, I feel nothing but pity. We stopped being a family the day you chose Super Bowl Sunday over my graduation. I just took time to accept it. Mother says nothing. She follows the police while I go home to prepare for endless meetings and documents for new clients. Outside, Portland rain washes the courthouse steps. My phone buzzes with messages of support. Uncle Mike, proud of you, kiddo. Wish I'd known sooner. My supervisor, heard everything. Your courage is admirable. Promotion talk next week. Mrs. Chen, whole neighborhood supports you. Never believed your mother's stories. The decisive message from Western Insurance Portland. Following interview results, we formally offer the supervisor position. Salary 1.8 times current rate, $15,000 signing bonus. Your brave actions have been recognized. Tara peeks at the screen. You did it. We embrace and cry in the rain. Liberation tears, hope tears, and for the first time in my life, the feeling of being surrounded by real family. What happens to Dad and them? I ask. Your father will file bankruptcy, Sarah says. Gambling debts over $1 million. House foreclosure too. Jack gets likely 5 years for embezzlement. Your mother might be prosecuted as accomplice. Evidence shows she helped with identity theft. I breathe deeply. They brought it on themselves. No guilt in those words. Just quiet satisfaction at a long journey's end. 6 years after graduation. Portland TED Talk venue. 3,000 audience members wait for my presentation on breaking financial chains from family. Backstage, I tuck my MBA diploma into my blazer pocket. The Master of Business Administration degree I earned last year. 2 years of effort juggling night classes with my department manager duties. Western Insurance Oregon Department Manager. Leading 150 subordinates. A huge leap from that supervisor role I started with 4 years ago. Lauren Summers, you're on, the host announces. Stage lights warm my face. The audience leans forward. My chosen family scattered throughout. The best revenge, I begin, is a life well lived. But the greatest victory is helping others live well too. I talk about the 18-month journey from that regional seminar where I first testified. Since then, I've supported hundreds of financial abuse survivors. I discuss the Lauren Summers Scholarship Fund launching next month. The memoir publication contract with Penguin Random House. Empty seats, full life, scheduled for release next year. When I finish, standing ovation. Mark beams from his seat. Tara whistles through her fingers. That evening, in my corner office overlooking Portland's skyline. 2 diplomas hang on the wall. The bachelor's degree from 6 years ago, and the master's from last year. Below them, 2 photographs. The empty graduation ceremony from 6 years ago, and today's packed TED Talk venue. Tomorrow's meeting materials sit on my desk. Final scholarship fund review. Appointment with new mentee Sarah. My reflection watches from the glass. The scared girl from that parking lot is gone. In her place stands a woman who learned that the family you lose is sometimes the price of the family you find. Tomorrow, another survivor will knock on my door. Another chance to turn pain into power. I remember the words I spoke at the end of today's TED Talk. Your worth isn't measured by how much you give someone else. You have value just by existing. My phone lights up with a message from Sarah. Watched your TED Talk live. It gave me courage. Thank you. I smile and reply with the truth it took me 6 years to learn. The courage was always inside you. I just helped you find it. Lauren overcame her past and stepped into a new chapter. Do you know someone amazing who bounced back from an unfair situation? Share this video and give someone courage. If you're struggling with family relationships, please share your experience in the comments. You're not alone.